Hey, how's it going, guys? It's ZDEyE here. So today I wanted to touch on regarding of the very recent leak that came from Tom Henderson from the Insider Gaming related towards the Assassin's Creed code named Red. So he written a little bit of an article regarding the situation that actually a few of the characters, well, at least the character that we will be able to play as, is actually a real character that is referenced from a real world. I will get into it now, and as this article named exclusive, Assassin's Creed Red to feature first assassin that actually existed. Insider Gaming has learned that Assassin's Creed Red Samurai will be based on the real-life African samurai called Yasuke. While Yasuke's story is pitched mostly in fiction, he was historically a real person that existed, which makes him the first Assassin's Creed protagonist to fit that description. Theories of Yasuke being featured in Assassin's Creed Red first appeared following our exclusive report earlier this year, which confirmed that the game will have two playable characters. Speaking with our sources, Insider Gaming understands that the male character is certainly Yasuke, but his story has been rewritten to align with the game's story and direction. Earlier this year, Twitter user Jonathan revealed some details on the female protagonist named Naoe, who's on a quest for revenge following the death of her father. Insider Gaming can corroborate this information, with Naoe's full name currently being called Naoe Fujibayashi, the daughter of the legendary real-life Fujibayashi Nagato, who is considered to be one of the three greatest Iga Jonen, or Yonen I guess in this case. In October 2023, the first image of Naoe leaked online via the LinkedIn profile of senior writer Pierre Boldrea. Similar to Naoe, Yasuke's story starts off with a tragedy, and unlike his real-life story, his story has been rewritten. In Assassin's Creed Red, Yasuke was a slave traveling on a slave ship when it was attacked and everyone was killed, including his lover, but he survived. Yasuke was then rescued and brought to Japan, where he learned the way of the samurai under Nobunaga's service. It's understood that at the beginning of the game, Naoe and Yasuke are fierce enemies, but later become allies on their desire for Japan's unification. Insider Gaming understands that the other historical characters to make their appearance in Assassin's Creed Red include Fujibayashi Nagato, Naoe's father, Oda Nobunaga, Akechi Mitsuhide, Hattori Hanzo, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, Kodai-in, Hideyoshi's wife, Oichi, Ashigaga, Yoshiaki, Akechi Kagemitsu, and more. I just realized while I was going through these names, I must have butchered so many of these names. My goodness, I thought maybe it would have been a better idea not to bother, trying to pronounce these names, but I kind of wanted to do it anyway, just felt like it. But yeah, so currently it's unclear if Ubisoft will call Yasuke or Yasuke by his real life name or not, but by the final release. I'm actually kind of hoping he'll actually keep that name. In fact, I don't see much of a reason to change these names at all. I think they work. Naoe and also Yasuke, well, they can have these names as they have now. Now, sure, there can be a possibility that they could change, but we never know, of course. This genuinely makes it interesting to see what the future got in store, and it seems like it's going to be quite ambitious, at least in its storytelling. I am very curious to see the differences as well, comparing that to Naoe and also Yasuke. And of course, since Naoe is an assassin or a ninja, basically she should be on a more of a stealth-oriented approach, and knowing that Yasuke is more of a samurai, so obviously he's going to be a little closer towards like a brute type of kind of character. I'm genuinely curious to see like what kind of relationship they will have. Will they end up kind of just be good friends at the end of the game, or perhaps maybe they'll become even lovers? I do not know. It still is a possibility. It depends on what kind of route that they decide to go with as well. Since we actually have seen this done already with Assassin's Creed Syndicate, well, in that case it was Jacob and Evie basically having their siblings. In this case, well, they're two different people completely. So it does make it kind of curious and interesting to see what kind of direction that they'll decide to go with. Me personally, I actually would like to for them to go a little further and go with lover's approach at the end of the game at least, or perhaps maybe during the DLC, and they could introduce that kind of relationship between these two characters. But again, since it is closer to an RPG setting, I don't know if they could be able to do this, since, like, let's say for example Naoya will be able to go through the side quest and she will be able to meet different characters and she can establish relationship with different people, and same thing can be done for Yaosuke as well. I don't see much of an issue having, many different options and including the main characters having a relationship as well. Yeah, I can see there could be a little bit of a conflict there, but yet again, I don't know. Like, Ubisoft has done, the developers have done this already with like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, hell, even including Valhalla. A lot of cases just did not make sense to have a relationship, and it was never really, it never really blossomed into having a real relationship in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. In Odyssey, it felt like it was like very, very forced. In Origins, it made total sense why you could not have kind of that, relationship, right? Because you obviously have a wife, and in that case, even though there were so many difficulties going on in that story, but yet it made sense why Bayek from Assassin's Creed Origins would not be interested in a relationship, like in terms of love, because he already has his wife. And Odyssey, obviously, since Cassandra or Alexios, they do not have lovers, and so it made sense for them to establish that. Similar thing could be gone for Eivor as well. It still is an interesting approach. I'm very curious to see how they're gonna go about this as well. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this, I kind of want them to establish a far better relationship, not like Ubisoft title, right? For example, they just like pick and choose the right options, and then you're gonna be like, over some time, if you keep on doing the quests for them, and then you're gonna establish a relationship and you're gonna be lovers. That would be very bad. Kind of boring as well. But nevertheless, I'm not expecting it to be something like grand in terms of the scope of the relationship, or perhaps even adventure and story on top of that. But I'm hoping to be, at least somewhat of an improvement comparing this to Odyssey and of course Valhalla. Well, that's all I wanted to have a little bit of a chat for today. Do let me know as well what you think about this information regarding Naoya and also Yasuke. So it is going to be interesting for sure. Alright, like and subscribe. See you guys all, and have a wonderful day.